You slept 8 hours last night. You know you did because you remember going to bed at 10, and your phone says it's nearly 7 now. But you're sitting on the edge of the bed and your head feels like you're thinking through wet cotton. You can't remember what you were dreaming about. You walked to the kitchen and stood there for a full 30 seconds trying to remember why. And this isn't the first morning it's happened. You've told yourself it's just age. You've told yourself you'll feel better after coffee. But the coffee wears off by 9 and the fog rolls back in by noon. Here's what I want to tell you today. It may not be how much you're sleeping. It may be what's happening, or more importantly, what's not happening while you sleep, because there is a cleaning system inside your brain. A real one, with a scientific name and a documented mechanism. And every single night, while you're asleep, it's either doing its job, or it isn't. Today we're going to talk about what that system is, why it matters more after 60 than at any other time in your life, and the simple adjustment, something you can try tonight, that may help it work the way it's supposed to. Before we get into it, I want to hear from you in the comments. How old are you and where in the world are you watching from right now? I read every single comment, and I genuinely love knowing who's in this community. Drop it down below. I'll be watching. Here's what's actually going on inside your brain every night you sleep. Your brain is one of the most metabolically active organs in your body. Even when you're resting, it's working, processing, storing, sorting through the experiences of the day. And like any engine that runs hard, it produces waste. Not harmful waste in a dramatic sense, but metabolic byproducts, cellular debris, and 2 proteins in particular that neuroscientists have been watching very closely for decades, beta-amyloid and tau. You may have heard those words before. They show up in nearly every conversation about Alzheimer's research. And here's the key thing to understand. The presence of these proteins isn't the whole story. Every brain produces them. What matters is whether they get cleared away. That's where the glymphatic system comes in. Doctors call it glymphatic, named after the glial cells, the support cells that make up the structure of your brain. During the day, those cells are full-sized, doing their regular jobs. But something remarkable happens when you fall into deep sleep. Those glial cells actually shrink. They pull back, compressing down to roughly 60% of their daytime size. And when they do that, they open up channels, tiny rivers between the cells, and cerebrospinal fluid floods through. Cerebrospinal fluid is the clear liquid that surrounds your brain and spinal cord. Think of it like the rinse cycle in a dishwasher. When those channels open up, the fluid flows through and carries the metabolic waste out, including beta-amyloid and tau, draining it out of your brain tissue and into your body's regular waste clearance system. This is your brain cleaning itself. It doesn't happen when you're dozing. It doesn't happen during light, fragmented sleep. It happens during the deep, slow stages, and it takes time to ramp up. This is part of why a continuous night of sleep matters more than just racking up hours and pieces. Now here's where the sleeping position comes in, and this is the part that surprised researchers when they started imaging live brains during sleep. The glymphatic system doesn't just need deep sleep to work. The position your body is in appears to affect how well it works. When researchers used neuroimaging to look at cerebrospinal fluid movement during sleep, they found that lateral sleep, sleeping on your side, appeared to support the most efficient flow through the brain's cleaning channels. The theory is straightforward. Your brain sits inside your skull, and the angle and pressure of that position affects how freely the fluid can move through the tissue. Side sleeping, with the head at a neutral angle and the spine aligned, seems to keep those pathways less compressed than sleeping flat on your back. This doesn't mean sleeping on your back is dangerous. It means that if your brain's cleaning system is the priority, and after 60, it absolutely should be, side sleeping may give it the best conditions to do its job overnight. Here's the part I want you to really hold on to, because this is where the stakes change. The glymphatic system works in everyone, but it doesn't work equally at every age. As we get older, the glial cells become less responsive. The channels they open don't always open as wide. The fluid flow slows. The clearance process takes longer, and in some cases, it doesn't fully complete. It's not your fault. It's not a disease. It's just what happens to these systems over time, the same way everything else in the body adjusts. But here's why it matters. If the cleaning system is less efficient and the waste builds up faster than it clears, the proteins that should be flushed out start to accumulate. And accumulated beta-amyloid and tau are exactly what researchers have been finding in the brains of people with memory and cognitive difficulties. Again, their presence alone isn't a verdict, but giving your brain the best possible overnight conditions to clear them out? That's entirely within your reach. And it's completely free. It costs nothing. It requires no pill, no device, no gym membership. It just requires knowing what you're doing and why. If you're finding this useful, I'd love it if you subscribed. It helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this kind of thing. And there's a lot more coming. Now let me tell you about the 3 mistakes I see most often, because even people who are side sleeping make these, and they quietly undercut everything we just talked about. Mistake number 1, your pillow is working against you. Most people don't think about pillow height. They just grab whatever's comfortable. But if your pillow is too flat, your neck drops down and compresses the jugular veins, the large veins on the sides of your neck that carry blood and waste fluid away from the brain. When those veins are kinked, even slightly, drainage slows. And if drainage slows, the cleaning cycle stalls. The fix is simple. Your head, when you're lying on your side, should be level with your spine. Not drop down, not propped up at a sharp angle. Think of your neck as a garden hose. You want it straight, not kinked. A contoured cervical pillow, the kind with a deeper center and raised edges, keeps that alignment naturally. You don't have to spend a lot, but it's worth getting right. Mistake number 2. Eating or drinking sugar close to bedtime. This one surprises people, but the mechanism is straightforward. When you eat sugar, or anything that spikes your blood sugar quickly, your body releases insulin. Insulin activates certain metabolic pathways that keep the brain in a more alert, lighter state. And here's the problem: glymphatic activity ramps up during deep, slow-wave sleep. If your blood sugar is unstable and your sleep stays in the lighter stages, the deep phase never fully arrives. The fix isn't complicated. Try to finish eating about 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. If you want something in the evening, go for something light with protein and fat rather than sugary snacks or refined carbs. Your brain will thank you by the time the morning comes. Mistake number 3, switching sides all night without intention. This one's counterintuitive. The research on lateral sleep isn't suggesting you need to be locked in one position all night. That's not realistic, and it's not necessary. But there's a difference between natural shifting and sleeping in a way where you end up on your back or stomach for most of the night without realizing it. If you're waking up on your back consistently, a simple trick is the pillow behind you. Just tuck a firm pillow along your back before you fall asleep. It acts as a gentle bumper, nothing dramatic, nothing uncomfortable, but it keeps you from rolling all the way flat. You're not handcuffing yourself to one position. You're just giving your sleeping body a gentle nudge toward the one that may support your brain the best. Let's make this simple and concrete, because that's what actually gets done. Step 1. Check your pillow tonight. When you lie on your side, have someone look or use a mirror. Is your neck straight and level with your spine? If your head is drooping or cranked up, your pillow needs to change. Step 2. Time your last meal. Give yourself 2 to 3 hours between finishing dinner and getting into bed. If you want an evening snack, go for something like a handful of nuts, a piece of cheese, or a small serving of plain Greek yogurt. Foods that steady blood sugar rather than spike it. Step 3. Start on your side. When you get into bed tonight, settle yourself onto your left or right side, whichever feels more natural and comfortable for you. Tuck a pillow behind your lower back. Let your knees be slightly bent, which takes pressure off the hips and helps the spine stay neutral. That's the whole protocol. 3 steps, 0 equipment beyond a pillow, and you can start tonight. Here's what we covered today. Your brain has a built-in cleaning system, the glymphatic network, that activates during deep sleep to flush out the metabolic waste that accumulates throughout the day. After 60, that system becomes less efficient on its own. But the position you sleep in, the stability of your blood sugar before bed, and the alignment of your neck can all affect how well it works. Side sleeping, with a neutral neck, a firm back pillow, and dinner wrapped up a couple of hours early. That's it. That's the whole thing. If you try it tonight, I'd genuinely love to hear how it goes for you. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you already sleep on your side, if you're going to switch, or if you have questions about any of this. I'm here, I read everyone, and this community is the reason I keep making these. If you found this useful, please subscribe. It's the single best way to make sure you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you in the next episode.